What made your gruff old sergeant show genuine emotion for the first time? Staff Sergeant Vincent Caldwell was made of concrete and barbed wire. 26 years in the Army, 3 combat tours, never smiled, never joked, never showed weakness. We called him the statue behind his back. Guy could watch you fail a PT test and his face wouldn't move. Could hear the worst news and just nod once, then get back to work. I was a private first class in his platoon at some base in Germany. Caldwell ran everything like a machine. Same schedule every day, same routines, same cold expression on his weathered face. The man lived alone in base housing. No family visits, no phone calls home. Just work, gym, sleep, repeat. Rumor was his wife left him 10 years ago, took the kids. He never talked about it. During mail call, Caldwell would hand out packages and letters to everyone else. Never got anything himself. Just stood there watching us read letters from home, his face blank as always. We had this kid in our unit named Private Garrett Webb, youngest guy in the platoon, barely 19. His mom sent him care packages every single week. Cookies, magazines, handwritten letters on flowery stationery. Garrett would sit there reading those letters out loud sometimes, laughing about family drama back home. Caldwell would walk by and grunt, "Save that stuff for your bunk, Webb." One Tuesday in November, mail call came around. Garrett got his usual package from mom. Big box wrapped in brown paper, his address written in that same careful handwriting. But this time, Garrett did something weird. He walked straight up to Caldwell and handed him the unopened box. "This is for you, Sergeant." Caldwell stared at it. "That's your package, Private." "No, Sergeant. I asked my mom to send this one to you. Been planning it for a month." The entire platoon went quiet. You could hear the wind outside, the distant sound of vehicles in the motor pool. Caldwell just stood there, holding this box like it might explode. "Why would you do that?" His voice was rougher than usual. Garrett shrugged. "You never get mail? Thought you might like some. My mom makes really good cookies." Caldwell's jaw tightened. He set the box down on the table, unopened. "I don't need charity, Webb." Started to walk away. That's when Garrett said it. "My dad died when I was 12. Sergeant, Mom raised me and my 2 sisters alone. She works double shifts at the hospital just to keep us fed." Caldwell stopped walking. "Every week she sends me these packages. Costs are about $30 each time between shipping and the stuff inside. That's $30 she doesn't really have, but she does it anyway because she says taking care of people is what matters." Garrett's voice got quieter. "When I told her about you, how you take care of all of us, but nobody takes care of you, she said that wasn't right. Wrote you a letter and everything. Asked me to make sure you got it." I watched Caldwell's shoulders rise and fall with a deep breath. He turned around slowly. His eyes looked different. Still hard, but something else was there now. He picked up the box again, opened it carefully. Inside were homemade chocolate chip cookies in a plastic container, a thick pair of wool socks, a paperback book about World War II, and a letter in that same careful handwriting. Caldwell opened the letter, started reading silently. We all watched, not moving, barely breathing. About halfway through, his hand started shaking. Just slightly, but we all saw it. He folded the letter carefully, put it back in the envelope. Then he did something none of us had ever seen. His eyes got wet. Not crying exactly, but close. He cleared his throat twice, trying to keep it together. "Webb," he said, voice cracking just a little. "Tell your mother thank you. You can tell her yourself, Sergeant. She put her phone number in there. Said you should call her if you ever need someone to talk to." That's when Caldwell actually broke. One tear rolled down his scarred cheek. He wiped it away fast, but we all saw it. "Dismissed," he said quickly, then walked out of the room still carrying the box. Next day at formation, Caldwell was wearing those wool socks. We could see them above his boots. He caught us looking and didn't say anything. Just that tiny hint of something that might have been a smile. Turned out Garrett's mom had written about her own experience raising kids alone. How hard it was. How she wished someone had checked on her back then. Told Caldwell that taking care of others was noble, but everybody needs somebody. 3 weeks later, Caldwell started joining us for movie nights. Shared those cookies with the whole platoon. Still didn't talk much, but he was there. The real surprise came 2 months after that. Caldwell announced he was taking leave for the first time in 5 years. Flying to Minnesota to meet Garrett's family for Christmas. At the airport, Garrett's mom was waiting for him. Hugged him right there in the terminal like he was her own son. Caldwell hugged her back, and this time he didn't hide the tears. Garrett told me later they talked for 8 hours straight that first night. Caldwell opened up about his divorce, his kids who wouldn't speak to him, the loneliness he'd carried for a decade. Mrs. Webb became his phone-a-friend after that. Called him every Sunday. Sent him packages too. Even convinced him to reach out to his own kids again. Last I heard, Caldwell retired from the Army 2 years ago. Moved to Minnesota. Works as a counselor now at a veterans center helping soldiers deal with isolation and family problems. And every year on the anniversary of that first care package, he takes Mrs. Webb and Garrett out to dinner. His treat. Says it's the least he can do for the people who taught him it's okay to let someone care about you.